I wanted to just check in with you guys and say welcome to the vlog. I am in this vlog attempting to read some dark academia books. It is not a genre that I really think about all too much, but I have been reading a lot more lately, so I wanted to do a dedicated vlog for it. Yesterday I just started reading If We Were Villains by M.L. Rio, which is a kind of like Shakespearean inspired dark academia that I've been hearing a lot of praise for. It is Allie with Hardback Quarters, one of her favorites, so I have been meaning to pick it up, and it's been on my 2023 book list, so I've been needing to read it. So I'm about 31% in the way through it because I started listening to it via audiobook with Libby. And so far, I'm finding it decent. It did kind of throw me off at the beginning part of it with all the like Shakespearean language and talk where they revert to when they're practicing the plays and stuff like that. So it kind of threw me off, but granted, I wasn't really paying like super close attention. It's like I was processing it but not paying attention fully, so that could be just an issue behind that. But so far so good. I am enjoying it. I'm not sure when this vlog will be actually released and how quickly I'll get through these books, but I am enjoying this so far. Hey guys, I just wanted to update you all with my progress. I had finished reading If We Were Villains. I gave it 3.5 stars. It was alright. And definitely it felt like it kind of dragged in some bits, like for me. But overall, I did enjoy the kind of like mystery thriller part to it, so I can definitely see the appeal of it. It's just when it comes to certain types of like mystery thriller, like with the dark academia twist, it has to be done a certain way in order to actually wow me, and it didn't feel like it did that. But yeah, I'll just have to figure out what my next book is for this vlog because I still haven't decided yet, but I will check in with you guys when I do. Okay, don't mind me looking disheveled, but our bathroom's kind of in a disarray at the moment because we are finally getting around to painting it and replacing quite a few stuff, so I just wanted to like share what it looks like currently, so be prepared. So yeah, it is looking pretty rough. I need to get around to, we still gotta sand a few spots, and we got brand new switches and the plates and everything. We're getting a new light fixture and a new sink faucet, and hopefully everything will look squeaky clean. Hey guys, I am just past the 50 page mark in Babel, and so far I am not finding it all that interesting. It's a very slow pace for me to read it, and I'm not a big fan of things that are slow paced. It just makes it feel harder for me to really sink into. I just find my mind kind of wandering. Sorry, work phone. But yeah, I just got to the point where the main character is now at Oxford, and he is meeting someone his own age for the first time. So some of the plot is starting to pick up for me, and this is my first R.F. Kuang book that I've ever read by her, so I had to pick the one that is chunky, dark academia. I'm hoping that it picks up a little bit more. I'm kind of just in the meh stage right now. I'll check in with you once I get to the 100-page mark and see how my thoughts are and see if it's picked up any. And I don't want to say that it'll be a DNF because I don't want to DNF this book. I want to give it a decent shot, but I also don't want to put myself through sitting through a book that I'm not enjoying. I've just come to the point in my life now that I am okay with the fact that I'll DNF some books, even if they're kind of super well known. So yeah, it's kind of disappointing. I used to be a stickler for reading the entire book, but now that I am also no longer a one book person and starting to DNF more, my reading preferences have definitely changed a lot from when I was younger, and I'm not entirely too sure if dark academia is a genre that I will be particularly gung-ho to pick up. I would like to say I am really interested in dark academia, but with If We Were Villains being a 3.5 star, just kind of a mid-range, and right now I'm feeling kind of not the greatest feelings and not really wanting to pick up Babel, and because right when I started this, it was been at least a week, and I'm only at page 50. Granted, I am reading quite a few other books at the same time, but if it's taken me this long to get to 50 pages, who knows how long it will take me to get to 100 pages, and so on and so forth. So I'm going to give it another 50 pages, see where I am mentally, if I want to continue with the book or not, and I will update you guys then. So hopefully, fingers crossed, it picks up for me so I can continue on. I do want to read her other books like Yellowface and the Poppy Wars, but I just don't think this particular one, with all the footnotes and just the heavy technical jargon that's in it, for the academic side, I am no longer in an academic mindset anymore, so I think that's also part of it. I can't really relate to it that much anymore because of how long it's been since I was in school, and I don't have a degree or anything. I didn't continue my education, so I just don't have that particular mindset of being interested in all that, especially when it comes to language. I don't mind learning about language, but the nitty-gritty details of language, I'm not that interested into it. I just want to be able to speak the language, not necessarily have debate about language. So I don't know if any of this rambling made any sense, but I'm hoping by the next time I update you guys, I'll have at least a positive note to say, or this vlog is just going to get interesting. We will see. Hey guys, so I went to my local comic book store today, and I just wanted to show you some things that I have got there, because I am pretty excited. So let me flip you on real quick. So I got some issues. I got the first issue of House of Night. I didn't know it was a comic book series now, but I got that. I got a variant issue of The Wicked and Divine, issue number 3, and I got issue number 2. Got issue 7 of Hellboy. Issue number 1 of Number 1 with a Bullet, excuse me. Issue number 1 of Mythic. Issue number 1 of Witchblade. And number 1 of Wolf. And I also got me a set of dice because I would like to get into playing some D&D in the future. So I wanted to get a set of dice, and me always adding stuff into tarot TBR, I may actually have a reason of using the dice in that. I'm just thinking for the future. Hey guys, I think I have decided to finally give up on Babel right now. I am just at chapter 8 in book 2, part 2, about 133 pages in currently. And I even switched to audio on Scribd to try to see if that helped any. And it helped get me a little bit farther than I was. But my brain's still not latching on to it. So I'm gonna put this down. I may come back to it at a later date when I feel like my brain can fully process it. I'm just kind of, I mentioned this online and like maybe some other videos, but I'm kind of just in a weird reading mood where I'm starting a lot of things, but nothing is really like capturing my attention for very long. So then I go to the next thing, and I have like a stack of books that I'm currently reading. So this, unfortunately, with just how heavy it is on the language side, and it's just not really sinking into my brain all that much. So the mystery that is starting to unfold at this point was intriguing me enough to read past the 100-page mark. So, but it is happening so slowly that I'm not engaging with it. So it's a little too slow for me sometimes. I don't mind slow-paced books, but I just don't think I am in the right headspace for it right now. So I'm going to DNF it for right now. If it happens to come up again in the future, I may try to give it another shot, but I'm just gonna call it for this video and say that Babel is not for me and try something different. So far, Dark Academia is looking like it's not something that is for me, because I gave If We Were Villains earlier in the video, I think like 3.5 stars. This one is getting a DNF, so it's not looking all that great for Dark Academia as a genre for me, so that may be a deciding factor on certain books for me. Hey guys, it's been a while since I actually really did a full update on this vlog, except for some b-roll. It has been a couple of weeks since I last picked up a Dark Academia book, but just yesterday I started reading Bunny by Mona Awad. I'm reading it on my Kindle, and I'm just 13% the way into it right now, about just a little over 30 pages. And so far, the writing is really descriptive and like almost like poetry-esque, but I'm also finding it a little bit difficult to keep my mind interested in it, even though it's written so beautifully. But I definitely do see the creepy factor that has to do with the bunnies, so I'm interested in seeing how the story progresses and what my thoughts are about the book as like a whole. So we will see how Bunny goes for me. I'm hoping that goes well. Hey guys, I just want to do an update. I just got to part 2 in Bunny, and y'all, I don't know how much longer I'm going to be able to like sit through it, because it is just a drug-induced haze of reading it. That's what it feels like. And I am not a big fan of those types of stories that kind of just feels like a fever dream, and like I can kind of sort of follow the plot of what's going on, but most of the time I'm like, what the heck's going on? I don't even know what to think at this point. So I'm gonna try to give it a little bit longer, because let's see, in the Kindle part 2 is at 123 pages, so I might give it 150 pages, at least get to the next like 50 page mark and then really decide. But so far only one book for this vlog has been successful in me actually completing it, and it was just an okay type of book. I was really hoping to like Bunny. I really was. I've heard mixed things about Bunny, but I thought it was going to be one of those types of weird books that I would actually enjoy, and unfortunately it's kind of falling flat for me. So I will give it a little bit longer, but this vlog is already taking me a longer than I wanted it to, so it may not be something that I continue. Hey guys, just want to do an update. I finally finished reading Bunny by Mona Awad. I give it 3 stars. It was something. It picked up a lot more for me in the middle after the drug-induced haze, but then it kind of went into the am I crazy type of trope that sometimes I enjoy, but sometimes I find it hard to read, and I think with it paired to other kind of like confusing storyline in the beginning part of it, it didn't really sit all that well for me. And I went in knowing this was a weird book, so I was anticipating it to be really weird. It's just I was hoping to enjoy it a little bit more, and I couldn't get into it, so it was just a 3-star for me. It wasn't terrible. It did what it was supposed to do. It's just not my cup of tea. And I think I'm gonna just end the vlog here and just end with these 3 books, because it's taken me a while to get into it. And I think my overall thoughts about dark academia is that it's just not my type of genre. I might pick it up here and there occasionally, but I find myself almost going into a slump with reading dark academia. So I'm gonna call it here. I had at least 2 decent ones. I believe If We Were Villains was 3.5, if I'm remembering correctly. I may not, it's been a while since I read that, but I think that one is my favorite out of the 3 that I had read, like actually read, finished, and discussed. It had definitely a good plot to it. The Bunny definitely delivered on the something weird point of it, and Babel unfortunately just not what I really am looking for in this time, or in this headspace. I might give it another shot in the new year. I'm not too sure. I think it's just time to like put dark academia to the side for right now. But let me know in the comments below if there are any particular genres that you would like me to see if I am like interested in. If you have any recommendations for said genres where I should start, let me know. Like this video if you like this type of content, and subscribe to keep up to date with any new videos I come out with in the future. Bye guys.